Hello viewers, welcome to ITTC online training. In this video, I'll be explaining about files and folder permissions in RHEL 8. So viewers, it is very important to know about files and folder permission because the files and folders which are uploaded to the cloud can be accessed worldwide. So in order to have a limited access to the worldwide users, we have to manage files and folder permissions. So first of all, we will see what are the terminologies used in managing the files and folders. So in this session, we will be discussing about chmod, chown. Chmod is used to modify the access control list. Chown, change the ownership of the files and folder, to change the group permissions of the file system, and getFACL to get the file access control list, ACL. This is the advanced permission, and to set the file access control list. So first of all, we will see what are the permissions groups available in files and folders. So there are three mainly permissions groups are available. So first permission group is owner permissions. Whoever creates a folder or a file, he will become the owner of that particular file, and he can perform the administrative privileges, and he will have administrative privileges on that file or folder, and he will be having a full rights control. So he can manage that particular file or a folder. So he will be considered as an owner, and that is also called as a user. And the second permission group is group membership. So in one company, there will be multiple users who are accessing a same folder. So the members of the group are granted the same privileges. So they will have same authorization. So that is controlled with the help of a group permission. And the remaining all users who are not the member of the group or who is not a owner, they can access in a different manner. So these are all the three permissions group available while assigning the files and permission to the files and folders. So as we know, owner, group and others, or UGO, we call it as a user, group and others, UGO, that is a short form used. And totally there will be three permissions for each permission groups. The first permission group, either RWX or R-X, whatever it is. For the group RWX, for the others RWX. Now the relaxed permission is given, that is 777. By default, there will be 755. So 7, it comes where R is having a value called 4, W is having a value called 2, and execute will be having a value called 1. R means read, W means write, X means execute the file. So depending on these values, the permissions are assigned. That we will see in the next section. And what are the access rights which are assigned to the files? As we saw just now, the permission types are, there are three types again. One is a read, one is a write, and one is a execute. Read means he cannot write anything to the file. He can only read. Without reading, you cannot write anything onto the file. So you should have first basic permission as a read. Then if you want to write something onto that, then you should have write permission, that is W. So if you have some scripts, you want to execute that particular script or executable files, a software, then you need to have executable permission. Okay, so these are all the three permission types: read, write and execute. So now how we can see the permissions of a file? So that is ls space minus la. So when you give a command, so you can see these are all the permissions. The first letter indicates it's a directory, and the 9 alphabets or positions will indicate 9 letters, which indicates what is the permission. And this is the links, who is the owner, who is the group, date of creation, name, all those details it will display. So now we'll see what all things included in this portion, that is the first column of ls minus la. As we know, file type, first letter indicates file type, dash means file, d means directory. This is the owner, first 3 letters is dedicated to owner, next 3 are for groups, next 3 are for others. So U, G, O, and those are represented as R, W, X. Dash means no value. So here we can observe R, read, write, X is dash. So dash means denied. This is denied. Then read is there, write is not there, execute is not there, read is there, write is not there, execute is not there. This is how we can assign the permission. So there are 2 ways to assign permission. One is the absolute method, that is absolute mode, and the second one is called a symbolic mode. Symbols. So in absolute mode, we are using numbers, octal mode, that is ch mode 751 my file. So by adding those values, as I said, R, W, X, 4 plus 2 plus 1, we get the value. So we can represent like this. Or in symbolic mode, we are representing as U means owner, U is equal to RWX by using alphabets, comma, group is equal to RX, O is equal to X, and the file name. Like this we can assign the permission. So what are the different symbols are used in symbolic? Plus we can use to add permission, minus you can use to remove permission, and you know U is user, G is group, others, and all read, write, execute. These are all the different alphabets and symbols used for representing for assigning the permission for a file or folder. So in the case of alpha, we have to give chmod, GO, G means group, O means others, plus RWX. So we are assigning RWX permission to group as well as owner for a file 1. So we can give individually U plus X, or we can give like this. So or we can give permissions by using numbers. So we can assign with the help of either absolute mode or symbolic mode. So if you want to change the group, then chgrp and the group name, then the directory. If you want to make a recursion, then minus R can be given, so that it will go to main folder, subfolder, and files. So if you want to change the owner, chown, then the username, then the file. So like this we can change the ownership of the file. So now quickly I will give a demonstration on my virtual machine how to deal with this. So for that I will create a first user add, say T1, okay, user add T2, and now create a group called group add test, and I will add the users to the group. G pass wd minus a T1 space test. Now T2 test. Now we'll check grep t slash etc slash group. Now you can see here T1, T2 are the group. Test is the group and T1, T2 are the members. You can see in the last line. Okay. Now let me create a folder mkdir. Let me create a test1 and I'll create test2. There are 2 folders. Let me create. Okay, so let me check the permission of that ls space minus ld slash test1. So you can see the first letter indicates yeah, same way, yes. So now we can see here. So the first letter indicates that is a directory. Then remaining three are U, nothing but owner. Next three are for group. Next three are for others. Same way here also. Then this is the owner and this is the group. Right now it is root on both the folders. We will try to change it. So now let me change the values for that folders. Ch, and you observe by default it is assigned the permission as rwx, that is 7, then r-x 5, r-x 5. So 7 5 5. That is the permission assigned for the folder 7 5 5. Okay. So now I'll change the permission from initially I'll use a numeric method, then I'll use symbolic method. Chmod, say 7 7 and 0, 7 7 5 I'll use, others 5. For what? 775 slash test1, and at the same time I'll use test2 770. Others I am not giving permission. So let me check now. ls space minus ld slash test1. You can see permission is changed now. That is rwx r-x. It was 7 5 5. Now it is become 7 7. So 7 means rwx, 7 means rwx, r means 4, w means 2, x means 1. So you can add the values 4 plus 2 plus 1, it will become 7. Same time, let me check what about 2. So I'll clear the window. Okay. Yeah. So you can observe here what is the difference between that and this. So rwx dash dash dash. So that means now our values are changed. You can observe here, this is 7, this is 7 and this is 0. 770 for test 2, 7 rws, 4 plus 2 plus 1, rwx, again 7 and r dash x, nothing but r means 4, dash means nothing, x 4 plus 1 is 5. So 7, so this is 7, 7 and g 5, the other one is 7, 7 and 0. Understood? Yeah. So that's how we can change the permission. So another method now to change the permission is chmod. First I will say u is equal to r means 4, r dash x, this time I am removing the permission of user, is equal to, I am giving exactly equal to, comma, g is equal to r, again I will give the same permission, r dash x, comma, others is equal to, I will give only r, nothing, just give in equal to, what? Give slash test1. Now ls minus ld test1 will give you r dash 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 r dash 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 test1. Now I'll give plus u plus, this time I'll give u plus g plus g plus. Now let me check. No, it's not changing the permission. U plus first I'll change only u and g. Ug is equal to rwx, let us say, slash test1. Now u and g is equal to rwx. Now u has changed, that is rwx, g has changed to rws. Okay, now I'll try to remove the permission. Ug minus, I am going to remove the permission, that is w, that is minus. So now w is removed. Now I would like to grant permission to others, that is r, o plus r, read permission. So that is read permission. Yes, you can see the third where r dash x and r. Earlier it was dash dash dash, now it is r dash dash. UGO, you have to say 333. Okay, now the permission is changed. Now I'll show you how to change the owner and how to change the group. So ch own, OWN, I want to make T1 as a owner of slash test1. Now the owner has been changed. Let me check. Yes, you can see the first column, second column and third column where T1, you can see T1 there. Earlier it was root, now it is T1 is displaying. That means the owner is changed. Now I want to change the other root, the first column, second column, third column, fourth column into chgrp test. Test is the group name, chgrp. Now let me check. First, second, third, fourth column, it was root, now it is changed to test. So now like that we can change the group. So or chown, we can change like this also. T1, first let me check the permission of T2, test2, ls minus ld test2. Now I'll change chown, say T1 or T2, I'll take this time, T2 colon test and the folder name test2. I'm changing the owner as a T2 and the group as a test in a single line. So we'll be checking again. Yes, you can see the third column T2, the owner is changed to T2 and the fourth column root is changed to test. So in the single line we have changed both the values. So like this we can change the owner and we can change the group values in the files and folders. So with that we understood how to assign the permission with the user mode, change the user ch mode, ch group, ch own. So now two more commands are remaining that I will cover in the next video. I hope you understood. Thank you.